Hi there. This short video is meant to quickly show you the basic function and the use of the SSA software. Before you start the software, be sure the crusher is turned on and plugged in. If you can't find the icon to start the program, just search the word crusher from the start menu and you'll find it in the program list. The initialize window is the first window you are prompted with when you start the program. Here you can enter the name of the person conducting the test, you can customize the file name, otherwise it'll just use the operator name in the naming scheme, and the material you are testing. This is all just for record keeping, it doesn't actually change any of the program's functions. Next, select the COM port. You most likely will only have one choice available. If you don't see any COM port available, the PC hasn't detected the crusher, and you should troubleshoot as needed. Finally, click the folder icon to choose where you want to save the test data. You should choose a folder that is not a built-in Windows folder. Save it anywhere like desktop, documents, etc., just not in a proprietary Windows folder like the users folder on the root drive. When done, just click OK and you're ready to start testing. So here you see the layout of the application. To start with, the status at the top of the screen should read at home. If not, please click home to return it there. On the top right, you'll see the different modes available to you. They are incremental or continuous. The buttons below that will be grayed out when they don't apply to the mode you're in, so you don't have to worry about clicking the wrong button. Note the Set Global Max Force button below. It's just a safety net. It should be set to some high amount that you don't want to exceed for safety reasons. Normally it will be default at 1,000 pounds, but I'm just holding the machine back with my own hand, so 100 pounds will do just fine. So let's just start with a basic continuous test. This test will just start exerting force while the rod moves downward, crushing whatever specimen you are testing. While it moves, you'll see the graph read the force it's exerting in pounds and how much displacement is happening, which is the amount that the rod moves up and down. In this mode, the crusher will exert force until the specimen breaks and the resistance disappears, or it will automatically stop the test. This is what you would do most commonly for testing a bridge or a truss. So now I'll click Start Test, and I will offer just a little resistance by grabbing the rod with my hand, and you'll see the force reading rise. When I let it go, this imitates the specimen breaking. The crusher will continue for a few seconds to make sure the resistance is completely gone, then it will stop the test. It will leave the graph on the screen, but also has automatically generated a CSV file in the folder you specified earlier. Additionally, you can click Save Graph to save the graph image in a BMP format in the same folder. So now that the test is complete, send the machine home by clicking Home. Now I'll start another test and see what happens if I click Stop Test for whatever reason. It will stop the test, automatically save an image of the graph in case you wanted it, and return home. It is very important to know that accidents can happen, and if for any reason the crusher doesn't stop when you click Stop Test, the best thing you can do is just immediately switch the crusher off by the power switch on the back. The other feature available in continuous mode is the cyclic feature. It allows you to set a number of cycles to repeat one after another, each to the same amount of force, and then it'll stop and go home and do the next cycle. This would be a good way to repeatedly demonstrate how a specimen may flex under a certain amount of force. So simply click Enable and set the number of cycles to repeat. Then enter the desired force and click the Set Cycle Force button. Each completed cycle will generate a new CSV file of data points as well as an individual image of the graph. So I'll just start a test at 15 pounds. I'll offer it some resistance here. It stops, it homes, and then it'll start the cycle again without me doing anything, where again I'll offer some more resistance here, and stops and homes again. The other available mode is incremental mode. This mode allows you to set the force by which the crusher will incrementally advance. Each test will increase the total poundage by the increment you set. For example, if I set it to 15 pounds, it'll first hit 15 pounds, stop, wait for me to hit Start Test again, and then proceed to 30 pounds and stop, and then it'll proceed to 45 pounds and stop, and so on. So switch modes to incremental in the upper right, enter your desired incremental force, and click Set Inc Force. Note that the global max force will still apply and trump the incremental force, so again, make sure that the global max force is set high enough. So here I'll start the test. I'll grab it with my hand to give it some resistance here so it hits 15 pounds. It'll stop and leave the graph plotted. So now I'll hit Start Test again to continue and offer some more resistance here. I think I actually have to grab it with two hands to stop it. See, switching hands, there we go, 30 pounds. It has stopped and it'll wait for me to go on further. And now I'll stop it at 45 pounds. And when I don't want to go any further, I'll just hit Stop Test, which will save the graph automatically and return home. So that's it. It's a pretty basic program. If you have any issues, please take a look at the FAQ or the troubleshooting sections. If you have any feedback or functions that you'd like to see developed for the application, please email us at info@amt-machine.com.